Hey everybody, Charlie 902 here, and welcome back to Obduction. We last left off, we were exploring this world, whose name escapes me at the moment. But I think it's the Mofang homeworld. And we just were up here in this facility, if we can see it easily. Maybe not. I went the wrong way. Over here. Okay, yeah, this facility over here. And we just shot a blue laser and took down the membrane around this cell, for lack of a better term. And now we're going to go through. We also got a message from what looks like a projection of a human that is done by what I assume is the Mofang, just because of the little red holographic projection overlay that was kind of over it, just kind of like the rocks were in the first place, Hunrath, and the cadence and choice of verbiage during the speech. All right, so here we go. Let's see where this takes us. All right, so we are on the other side here, and yes, this looks like Captar. Was that the name of the world that we were in before? This looks like the home world of the little bug creature dudes. And this is the cell. You can see the edge of it here. All right, let's look around some more. A lot more greenery here. Certainly a little more pleasant to look at. A little creepy also, because you expect fauna as well as flora in a place like this. All right, what are we looking at? Another... Okay, so we just went in like a little semicircle. And we're heading to another teleport point. Oh, and we come into what looks to be the other. Let's check it out. Yeah, so we were there to begin with. Now we're in this one. Whoa. Aw, crap. We know what this means. First of all, let's go look around. Oh.
Are you waiting for some purpose? I'd prefer you hurry.
Everybody here is just like, just expects my character to just know exactly what to do. Nobody's grateful. I'm just asking for stuff. I'm gonna look at these birds. You can wait a minute. Look at them. I like their little tails. They're flowy. They have pretty colors. Got some water here. Doesn't look so bad. All right. He prefers we hurry, I guess. Yeah, so we're going to have to do some codes here. Question is, what number? What are these, guns? Suits? I don't know. Looks almost like a ship. Pretty cool either way. So yeah, we need to figure out what number we need to put in here. Have we seen any numbers since we have arrived here? I don't think so. We can just guess, but that never works. What was the code we had at the other place? It was this, right? Huh. Am I gonna just figure this out by dumb luck? Apparently I am. I'll take it though. Let's, for posterity's sake, let's take a picture of that. Open back up. You wavy design. Let's try that on the next one. So what was it? It was like this. Does that work? Okay. What if we do this? And this? What if we do that? And what if we do... Come on, go up there. And that. How about that? That's fancy, right? Almost. Let's do this one. Are they getting more stuff on them? Let's do that. Here? Sure, I'll take it. I don't think those are the solutions that I'm meant to do. Also, it seems that these stones are kind of overlaid the better we get with the answer. I'm just guessing. I have no clue what any of that means. I know that this is a numerical system based off of force, but as to how we actually do anything with those, I'll have to go to the other world and look it up. But, I mean, I can cross over it. Ooh. Oh, I see what's going on here. We got like some Venn diagram stuff going on. So this little center portion should overlap, and we're going to have a puzzle with that, aren't we? Before we start delving into that, because I know it's going to make my brain hurt, let's do a little more sightseeing first. Oh, there's a path here. Let's take it. It's not really a path. It's just a view. It's just a view. So if there's a view here, what do they want to show us? Other than birds. Not seeing anything obvious yet. Let's head over this way. And I would assume this will just circle back to where we were. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so we went there, and that's why it ended, because we couldn't go across the bridge. So yeah, now we can circle back. We don't have to take the route through the membrane, and we can come up here to this ship. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to do the double warp sphere. Kind of check that out. Also, I have read the comments. I missed a book, apparently, in Farley's little secret room with the robots. I will go back there and read those. We will do that. Not right this second, but we will. Especially if we get stuck. So, logical me thinks that Cyan would expect players to go ahead and operate the first one that they come to when they come in here. Overthinking me, which, let's be honest, is actually just me, would say, oh, well, they'll expect you to use this one, so that'll be the wrong one. So you'll come in here and you'll say, hey, there's two, so maybe we should use this one. But then maybe Cyan thought of that, and they said, wait a minute, use this one. That's why we made the circle obvious on this side. So, I don't know. We're just going to use this one. All right, let's click it. See where we go. Yellow, so back to Hunrath. Trips me out every time I see my keyboard going crazy to match these lights. It's a nice touch. Hunrath. So we've just transported some junk there. If I remember correctly, it was just like a tarp like this, right? I could be wrong. All right, so let's just move this back, and then let's do the other one and just see what happens. Or, conversely, let's... All right, first of all, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a picture of this so we know what's beside of it. Then we're going to make our way back to how we originally got here, which was... Oh, I remember now. It was over there. I don't remember the quickest way there, so we're just going to walk this direction, but it was on the wall on the other side of the mayor's office. Or just off of it, rather. So I'm going to head this way. Try to remember where exactly we need to go. I think it is... Is this it? Oh, okay. So yeah, we need to go through this little mine shaft here. That'll take us over there. Boom. This is it right here. So hit that. Wait a minute for particle effects and loading. Then we'll make our way back over to, well, we'll just call it the MasterCard room, right? The two Venn diagram circles overlapping in the center. We'll go over there and see what we've warped back and of what use it could be. Also, now that I think about it, they're probably not going to both go to Hunrath. The other one may go somewhere else, and then we have to, like, multiple warp the center section from Hunrath or wherever to somewhere else. Oh, that's still not active? Wait a minute. Yeah, don't panic. Did we not activate that? I thought we activated the bridge. Alright, so we can go across this still, though. We need to figure out where that goes and how to get down there. So that goes up there, that goes down. Okay. So we only have these 3 paths that I'm aware of? Unless I missed one. I could see it being very easy to miss a path here, so we'll just have to keep our eyes open. But anyway, this bridge should be active because of the random lines and scribblings that we did on the control panel. We can go all the way across here. So yes, we have transported trash here. Surprised we can even go around. So I can't see a situation in where we would need this trash here. But I will do this and just see where this goes. This also goes to Hunrath. Same location though? We shall see. Different location. No? Wait, what? Oh. Oh, I see. The larger sphere. Oh, sorry, I took a picture trying to jump. So I can't jump. So if we've moved the sphere of trash, then what does that do for us? I don't understand. Because it looks like we would want to transport something small, like... I guess we can go and warp them both back, but I don't know why we would want a junkyard there, but let's go check. This way is probably quicker. Actually, going down here may be the quickest. Gotta go over here. And we'll head over to Farley's and read that journal that I missed as well. This seems overly complicated, by the way. Just make stairs. Granted, it's probably to lift like heavy objects up top, but it still seems like just store the heavy things here. Anyway, let's go over to Farley's real quick, and then we're going to take this same transporter bubble back. Also, should we do this? Probably. So let's cut that, cut that, cut that, cut that, cut that, cut that, and that. Photo time. So the first one we did, which order is this? Like this? So the first one we did was left, left, right, zigzag, left, right, starting going to the left, right to left. So like this. And this. Come on. All right, what is that? 682? Sure. All right, let's cut all this. All right, let's check the other photo. I wish you could get to the photo screen without having to go through a menu. Does that show the whole thing? It does. All right, let's go back. Photos. So this one, I'm gonna have to draw this. Hold on. So we've got goes all the way up to the corner in there. And then we got a square. And then it goes down one and over. Okay. Hopefully that'll work. Let's go back. Escape, escape. All right, so if I follow my diagram, it should be like this. Like that. Like this. Like that. Even with the wiffle ball bat. And then like that. Oh, it didn't connect. There we go. Then we got to do a square. Cool. Then we go up here. Then we go over this way. And then we go down. And then we hit this. 958. Awesome. Sure. Take picture. Don't know if those numbers will be relevant or if they're even correct, but I just want to have that research done at least. All right, so let's head to Farley's. Let's read a diary, and then we're going to head up on the wall and warp back and see if we can glean any reason as to why we would want to even do any of that. We can't go this way, right? Oh, we can just... It's probably quicker to go this way. All right, so we're going to cut through train station. All right, so behind the door, because, you know, Cyan games. Wonder why they named themselves Cyan. Is it because kept running out of that in their printers? Or did they just like the color? The world may never know. Also, I could probably just look up the Wikipedia and find out. Alright, so there's a journal I missed. Is this it? It's 100% it. How did I miss that? I looked at these. I just glanced over it. 15997 AH. The Villian. I can't find the words. It's such a foreign life cycle, or perhaps not. They launched themselves across the expanses of space, preserved for eons, until at last their technological arcs can hone in and carry them to a new home. They have no connection with their predecessors, but in spite of this, perhaps because of this, they have amazing recollections of their history. Their stories are epic, reaching back through the eons. Unlike many of us who were abducted, they used the word abducted that I think of, not the word that I had to look up because I'm not smart. They were abducted as a whole. Their scoop moved an entire facility that was about to be annihilated. I've come to believe that they, perhaps more than any of us, have a deeper understanding of whatever this strange system is that we found ourselves in. 16333 AH. I need to write this down. We buried Ji Yoon today. This place never really agreed with her, kept to herself mostly, depressed and downcast. Anyway, I digress. I stayed after brief words were spoken. I was the last to leave. I wandered to the dome, as I often do, and looked out at the undulating Saurian wilderness beyond the cell wall. Movement caught my eye. Now, on very rare occasions, we've seen Mofang scrambling about in the distance. But... Close the book? No. Open the book. Come on. I would like to turn the page, please. Please let me turn the page. Okay. There have been fewer and fewer sightings over the years, but before me was a tall, haggard Mofang running desperately, almost directly toward me from one of the distant structures. I still can't tell the gender, got closer and closer, and thought it would see me and stop or turn around, or be curious about this strange dome and our world inside it. But it continued running quickly, almost directly to my position. I was frozen in place with curiosity until my reflexes took over at the last moment, and I leapt out of the way. But rather than hit the dome and fall backwards, or come through into Hunrath, the dome flashed its familiar tone and the Mofang vanished. I was stunned for a bit, but I retrieved my wits and stepped into the dome myself to quickly get to the other side. After getting through, I immediately turned around and saw the Mofang outside on the other side of the dome, still running away from whatever it feared, but as if it had no sense of passing around the dome. As surprising as the event was, it did serve to settle a few things in my mind. I always wondered how no one on Earth noticed what had replaced this chunk of Arizona we have here. Okay, so it's imperceptible to anything outside of the dome or cell. They walk, hit the edge, warp immediately to the other side, and keep going. Which means, as they look through, they probably only see the other side. I've got to vent. Again, there are those who argue with me. Over and over, I demonstrate that in almost every case, whatever the process was that brought us here, it occurred at a pivotal moment. They tell their stories, and they still can't admit that the abduction actually saved each of us, all of us. What is it in human nature that grasps so strongly to the past that we blame our saviors for stealing it from us? Okay, just one more event before bed. If each of us was individually saved from something, then maybe all of us were corporately saved from something larger. Can we really be sure what's left? In this, the arrivers come from various places and times. Sarah got here almost 15 years ago from the year 2055. And Vizel got here 2.5 years ago from 1942. Udziel? What does that mean? Time here is shuffled and chaotic compared to Earth. What state is Earth in right now? When is Earth right now? It's 3:15 a.m. and I feel compelled to journal this craziness after spending most of yesterday meditating with the RI, and then most of this evening discussing the nature of these worlds with CW. I've just had a sip of infamous Hunrath hooch and collapsed in my chair. Well, I just awoke from a dream. I'm not one who puts a lot of credibility in dreams, but maybe the Arai were able to move something in me to understand. Or possibly because of the intense discussion, my subconscious mind was triggered to be able to sort out some logical connections. Or maybe it was the hooch. The dream. I was tending a garden, an immense garden, and it wasn't for food or flowers. It was just about the health of the garden. I kept working and working to control and contain it and make it healthier, but the garden seemed to fight me at every turn. And after what seemed like days of work, I finally gave up in frustration. And as I stood there doing nothing, the garden flourished before my eyes, growing and spreading in every direction. Because, I realized, the system that the plants were based on was not about me shaping and controlling. The natural system of plants is healthier when they are out of control, when they are free to spread and intermingle and cross-pollinate and mutate. Now, from a human point of view, that may not provide what I want. I get smaller fruit and smaller flowers and untidiness. But from the point of view of the plants, they grow stronger and much more resilient and resistant. The more they are scattered, the higher their odds of surviving. And now that I contemplate, I realize that even the individual plants and seeds may not appreciate the benefits of what's happening. They are torn from their origins, forced into situations that seem extreme, possibly even destroyed by these new environments. But for the seeds that survive, the seeds that survive, now that's where real growth, strength, and abundance comes from. It's so beautiful and terrifying. Beyond the beauty of it is all this system and structure that defies understanding. Okay, what if this is all a natural process? There are signs of something behind it all, but well-hidden signs. So, if I look at all of this, the cell, the tree, the water, the seeds, the hub, the health, even the abductions, there seems to be a grand system or plan. The plan doesn't take me into account. It's unemotionally intent on the health of something much bigger. That may hurt my feelings, but what am I in the entire scheme of the universe? Indeed. I have no idea what, if anything, might have put this process into motion, but that is irrelevant. Tomorrow I will talk with CW. He could be swayed from his battery plan. She doesn't want him to do it. I really don't journal much. I come to write this down because I'm distraught. As I contemplate the plan that I have set in motion, I realize that I have become the destroyer of worlds. You have become death, destroyer of worlds. I sat down to write to seek some cathartic tranquilization and realized the last thing I journaled was some esoterically beautiful philosophy about letting this garden grow. Not so reaffirming or calming. But nevertheless, here's my reasoning because I must write this down. Simply, it is us or them. Complexly, not complexity. If this is some kind of garden and we're the plants or seeds or whatever, some of us have gotten together and decided that we're the better choice to survive. The others have unilaterally decided that we all won't survive. I am more fit, damn it. So we're weeds. This is not me. I want to be calm and garden, or ungarden, or grow, or what gives one species the right to destroy another species? Who gets to choose? Do I just lay down and die because the more aggressive species thinks they're better, more powerful? What brutal scale do I use to measure the good of some against the life of others? Does love ever destroy in order to help more survive, to help love itself survive? Does that even make sense? Can I kill because I think it will bring about more love? What if I'm not even capable of understanding the situation of hate versus love? Well, it's not so black and white. Maybe I am the hater? Do I generate this love delusion to help me maintain my sanity in light of the choice I've made? My God, it's too much. If these are just my walls of delusion, then I choose to live within them. I am a seed scattered by the wind, but I will not simply be trampled. I will kick and scream and survive. May God have mercy on my soul. Okay, so we're getting in some deep philosophy there about right and wrong, good and bad, typical duality of man type stuff, even though there are other species involved, as well as the whole, is there a grand plan? Is this fate? Is this preordained? Or do I control my own fate type stuff? But I like it in this context. It's kind of cool when you view it from the point of view that you're in a terrarium almost. You're being cultivated. Is it by a thing, a greater will, or is it just a natural process to ensure that the universe is strong? Pretty cool. I like it. It's heavy, but not too heavy. You know, they didn't go too in depth with it. Still leave a lot up for interpretation. I'm hoping that it's not all just spelled out at the end. I'm hoping we get to the end of the game and it's up to how we interpret all of this, but we'll see. Sometimes revealing too much is a detriment, I think. But I read the book. You guys can all be happy. You can also make fun of my pronunciation. It's fine. Or pronunciation. Ah, look at that. See what I did there? Nobody's perfect. I just do the best I can. And that's about all we can do, right? All right, so the best I can do right now is remember the route I need to go to get up there. I need to go through the mayor's office. Probably the easiest and quickest. But yeah, so she keeps saying that the villain... What am I stuck on? That the villain... I love their name, right? Like, the bad guys are the villains, right? She keeps saying that the villain... They decided to murder everybody, but I don't think it's so black and white. I think it's probably more of a misunderstanding situation, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's what they thought should happen and didn't realize that. I don't know. We need a little more context, a little more history. We can clearly tell that their plan was to send bombs to the villains and blow them up. But maybe it's like a Minority Report situation. Maybe the villains saw that and was like, oh no, we're going to die if we don't do something about this. I don't know. We haven't met the villains yet. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going to go here. Open sesame. All right, and that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or a subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.